What's going on, my friends? Welcome to episode 142 of the Get Your Game On podcast, where we talk everything New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, national, and international sports. Also, by yours truly, Aaron Rodgers, Grassani, Cunningham, Alex, Rich, Marcellus, Murdock, and Sam Morell. This is a podcast right now on Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcast. You also podcast right now on YouTube. Also up on social media at GetYourGameOn. With that said, it's time to get your game on.
Adam, are you sure it's gonna get our game on? I don't think you're gonna have a fun time. I'm gonna have a fun time, but I don't think you're gonna have a fun time.
Sam, I'm not gonna lie, that might be the worst pun I've ever heard in the history of this podcast.
Wait, that was a pun? Wait, I did a pun?
Sam doesn't know better. But Adam, why did you do stretch during your intro? That's all I want to know.
I like doing finger things to to hype up a little bit.
That's
So
the only
he likes to use his fingers, he likes fingering. That's interesting.
He likes fingering, but he
All
doesn't.
right, one more. Okay, I'm Sam warning you. One more word and you like that of that nature, and you go in the waiting room.
Sam, he thought you
Adam,
would take that.
Well, I mean, he's really salty that his team's about to become, last place in the East. So he's really salty.
Oh shit, Adam is.
Can't say I didn't warn him.
Adam, you're abuse of power. You got abuse of power.
Can't say I didn't warn him.
Well, guess what? I don't give a fuck. You know why? Hey guys, I'm about to win 2 bets. You know why?
Oh,
Guess
great.
who's coming to the net? Russell Westbrook.
No, please, no.
Russell
So
Westbrook.
if you guys haven't heard right now, news broke at what was it, around 11:50 today, that everything seemed to be looking up for the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, yeah, they got blown up by the Celtics the other day, but you were missing like Kevin Durant or anything like. But aside that, they had a big win over the Lakers, big win over the Knicks. They figured, they're doing what they have to do to treading water without Kevin Durant. So they're thinking everything's fine. News broke. Shams had was the first break at 11:52 today. Kyrie Irving has requested a trade out of Brooklyn.
Hey, Adam, let me ask you a question.
What?
You said in quote that Sean Marks is the greatest general manager in basketball history.
I never say he was the greatest general manager in basketball history. I never said that. I say he was one of the top GMs in basketball, and to an extent, I was wrong.
Not to lose
To
Kyrie
an
Irving.
extent, you were wrong. Not to an extent, you just were wrong.
You're just extremely wrong for saying that on the show.
Like you were off the dot by like at least 15.
You should have asked a hot take, by the way, and we declined it.
Yeah, you declined it, yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Remember how I told you? I told you before when the season started, I told you either Kyrie or Kyrie or KD get traded. Did I not say this on this podcast?
Well, I was saying the trade isn't official yet. Like he just requested a trade, and apparently, like Kyrie Irving won't resign without saying that when he hits free agency, he won't resign in Brooklyn.
Wait, Adam, you had Sean Marks at a hot take and lost.
Yeah, and lost. That was like my first ever hot take, and I took an L on that one.
Wow, you lost a hot take. Wow, that never could be me.
Well, don't. You should have at least 5. You should have at least 5 to 6 L's on your resume. But these schools keep on approving you for whatever reason. Because I know You have dirt on them, so you're blackmailing them. I see how it's Sam.
No, it's just you're salty that, Kevin Durant sucked
No,
and
it's not,
Kyrie
I'm
Irving's
not
the
mad
best.
at you. Blackmail's fun. Blackmail is fun.
First
I
of all,
wish
nobody blackmailing me.
I get
I don't know
I
about
said,
Alex, but nobody blackmailing.
Adam, I said this before and I'll say it again. I wish I had blackmail on everyone here. It would make my life so much easier. But unfortunately, I don't have blackmail on Mike, and I've never met Alex in person. The only person I have potential blackmail on, Adam, is actually you. So Adam, you should be the one that's scared.
Well, because we don't do stupid things, unlike somebody I know does. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, this situation, I'm just letting everyone know. This is just Kyrie Irving being Kyrie Irving.
It is.
Like he has been the past 3 years. And I've said this on this show before, and I will say it again. Kyrie Irving is the most skilled basketball player I've ever seen. The most skilled basketball player I've ever seen. There is not one NBA player that I have seen that is more skilled than Kyrie Irving.
I'll take AI over Kyrie.
No, AI is not more skilled than Kyrie. I'm sorry. He doesn't have the 3-pointer or the fadeaway that Kyrie does. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Even though Kyrie is the most skilled basketball player to ever live, he is the most unreliable player on any team. He is so skillful, but he is such a distraction that it just negates any positivity he would bring to a team. Sure, on the court, his skills are phenomenal, but he lacks leadership. He lacks any sort of teamwork or team chemistry building at all. He is the biggest distraction and one of the worst teammates anyone could ever ask for. And that's the main problem. If he would just shut his mouth, play basketball, and play as a team instead of playing as just him, he would be winning chips, guys. He would be winning championships. He wouldn't just have one championship. Kyrie would have 2, 3, 4 championships by now. But he's so damn selfish. So selfish. And you saw, guys, let's be real. Everywhere he has gone has gotten worse. Cleveland, before LeBron came there, was losing. Kyrie goes to the Celtics. Without Kyrie, the Celtics do amazing. With Kyrie, the Celtics choke and don't do as well. He goes to Brooklyn, and Brooklyn goes from an uprising team, a team that's winning, to a losing team. How is it everywhere he goes, he makes the team worse? How is that possible? It's because he does no leadership skills and he is not a good teammate. He's one of the worst teammates you could ever ask for. And that is the main problem.
Sam, I really could not have said it better myself. I mean, here's the thing, and this is where I've seen a lot, because apparently one of the big reasons why he's requested a trade is that the Nets and Kyrie Irving, they're not able to work out an extension, I've heard a lot of people blame the Nets for this, why aren't they offering Kyrie Irving whatever he wants? Why don't they just give him the max contract so he stays? Let me ask you let me ask those people one question. If Kyrie Irving wants a max. He wants 4 years and he wants a max deal. Let's just look at Kyrie Irving's resume past couple of years. I just looked it up. So the Nets have played in the past 2 seasons 133 games. You know how many of those games Kyrie Irving has played in?
How many?
Take a guess.
50%.
Little bit over that.
45%.
He's playing 69 games of 133.
Oh, great.
So I'm a 133 potential game. He's played 69 of them. I don't think, and it's like I don't think any of those were missed due to injury. All of Kyrie Irving's time I'm away from the court has been due to injury. It has been due to any parental circumstances or circumstances. Last year, he refused to get the vaccine. Like, say whatever you want about the rule, the NBA's rules stuff and the city rules. Like, he refused to get the vaccine when every single other player on the team, got the vaccine. And then what happened? Earlier this season, he gets suspended because he tweeted because of that whole movie link tweet BS. This guy just cannot get out of his own way. This guy just can't. He can't. He doesn't know how to not shoot himself in the foot. And now he's asking for a max contract. Sam, I'm going to ask you this right now. I'm going to ask you this. If Kyrie Irving, so let's say that's what Kyrie Irving wants. He wants to go free agency so he can get a max deal. Name one team that's giving him a max deal.
Max deal for 1 year or max deal for 4 years?
4 years. 4 years.
Oh, no team.
Exactly. Is that Kyrie? I think Kyrie Irving's right now is being delusional. Like, he thinks that when he hits free agency, he's gonna have all these teams that are gonna flop to him and give him a max and give him a max deal, and I don't see it. I think it will be teams in on Kyrie, maybe for 1 or at most 2 years. But if Kyrie really thinks he's getting a 4-year max deal for easy after all the BS he's put the Celtics through, he's put the Cavaliers through, and now he's put the Nets through, if he thinks he's getting a max deal for getting a long-term max deal, he needs a dose of reality.
I think this is the best way to describe how teams now view Kyrie Irving. Mm-hmm. Kyrie Irving's like the diamond you buy, but you buy it off a bootleg jewelry store. So you know that it's a real diamond. But the quality at first looks very high, looks very good. But then the moment you get it and you look at it, you're like, well, actually, this is a shitty diamond. Like, the diamond just is not, there's no shine to it. It's very dull, actually. But before, in the shop, that diamond looked amazing. But now that you have it, it looks shitty and worn out. That's the way I would describe Kyrie Irving. When you look at Kyrie Irving, just from an outside perspective, you're like, this dude's averaging 28 a night. This dude, Kyrie's averaging 28, 6, and 6 a night on 40% shooting from the 3-point range. What's not to love about him? And then you get him and you say, oh, that's why the team gave up on him. Now that's understandable. So I feel like there's only 2 teams that will even give him a good contract. But I feel like right now he's really setting himself up to get blackballed by the NBA.
I mean, I'm not sure about blackball because I do think a 1-year deal teams will just be so downside on his talent. They'll say, you know what, we'll take a chance on him. But and here's the thing, and here's where I'm gonna get to the Nets aspect. And here's why I think the Nets should do it. If I'm the Nets, if I'm Sean Marks right now, here's what I'm doing. Remember when Kevin Durant requested a trade earlier in the summer, and then bam, there was no trade? If I'm the Nets, I'm doing the exact same thing here. Unless I get a deal for Kyrie that I absolutely cannot refuse, I'm telling Kyrie, suck it up, you're not going anywhere.
You see, you know what I would do? I would trade Kyrie Irving, but I would trade him to the worst possible place. I would
Instead of
trade him.
Siberia for all I care.
No, I would trade him to a low-class team that no one looks at. That's right. The Charlotte Hornets or the Detroit Pistons. Because let's be real. Has anyone on this podcast at least watched one of those games that didn't involve your favorite team?
I don't think so.
Like, let's say your favorite team wasn't involved. Did you watch a Detroit Pistons game today?
No.
Or not today, just ever?
Nope.
Hey,
Exactly. I would trade him to the Detroit Pistons for young, upcoming assets. And let him suffer in Detroit.
I like the idea, but honestly, it's just like
He's either way going to leave. Get as many assets as you can.
but that's the one thing. And but here's the thing, the Knicks did that with James Harden. Look what happened. Look what they got in return. Ben freaking Simmons.
But that was your fault. I said Ben Simmons would not be that good of a fit unless he was the same defensive guy.
Yeah, but I'm saying the Knicks felt like because the Nets knew James Harden's leaving, we have to trade him, and look what happened. They got what in retrospect is a very underwhelming return to him. The Nets they can't just trade Kyrie Irving for the sake of trading Kyrie Irving. They have to get back, they have to get back at the best return possible for him because they have to get the best possible
you know what the
return for him.
problem is with that? You should have kept Jared Allen and Karis LeVert. But
Well, Nick Claxton is
Sean-
making me forget about Jared Allen.
Jared Allen is an all-star.
Jared Allen is a stud, but Nick Claxton is a beast as well. And he's
Jared Allen
younger.
I'm sorry, Jared Allen is way better than Nick Claxton. I'm sorry. Way better.
Right now he's better, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure I'd take over the next couple of years.
Oh no, easily next couple of years. Jared Allen in the next couple of years is going to be a perennial all-star, and Nick Claxton will at most be.
Can the black man talk for a minute? Can the black
Go
man
ahead,
talk?
go ahead.
I didn't know this was the Sam and Adam show,
Go ahead, Baldy.
I'm gonna sleep now.
Damn,
right.
Go ahead.
Watch your mouth with the 2. Here's the thing with the Nets to do. If you're going to trade for Kyrie, trade for pieces that you can benefit from, not that you can if you trade Kyrie to a bad team, what's that going to prove? You trade him to a bad team, what are your assets from him? Unless if you're the Hornets, you give trade him LaMelo Ball and 2 other pieces for Kyrie, then do it. But I think he's going to go to the Lakers. They're going to trade him to the Lakers. Throwing Ben Simmons in their deal with Russ, 2 draft picks, and a 2-in deal for Kyrie and Ben Simmons. That's what they're going to do because LeBron said he wants to play with Kyrie again, and I think playing for Lakers will be a good fit for Kyrie because he can't. Here's the thing: LeBron will keep on a straight path. They won a championship together in 2016 against the Warriors. So I think any player that can put him in line is Kyrie, is LeBron. Think about it. Let's just be real. LeBron could put him in be like, we're not doing this, and then it'll be a good fit for AD. It'll be a good fit for AD that he got another point guard that can score. It'll be a second option. I think that'll be a perfect fit for my main man, Kyrie Irving.
I mean, I don't necessarily disagree, but here's the thing, and here's why a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Kyrie's definitely out of Brooklyn." I'm not. I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you this. Maybe a hot take. I don't think Kyrie is going anywhere.
You're going to trade him.
Here's why. Here's why right now I don't think Kyrie is going anywhere. Because look what happened with Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant requested a trade. and guess what? Trade never happened, and now he's in Brooklyn. I think we're gonna see something similar because KD knew, okay, Nets aren't gonna trade me. I think Kyrie Irving right now is asking for all this money. He's asking for all this money from the Nets, and that's they aren't willing to give to him. So Kyrie's like, okay, I'll go test free agency. I think what's gonna happen is let's go hold on to Kyrie after this season. He's gonna go free agency. He's not gonna get the max deal he's looking for, and then he's gonna come back to Brooklyn. That's what I think is gonna happen. Because Kyrie, I hate to say this, but I hate to say this, but actions ultimately have consequences. It's like you, bro. This isn't just like this is just like a one-time thing with Kyrie. It's something over. It's like over and over. The guy has just proven that he's just that as talented as he is, as skilled as he is, that you just can't rely on him. And why would you pay all this money to a guy that you cannot rely to be on the court consistently? So that's ultimately what I think is that's ultimately what I think is gonna happen. I think right now this is just like Kyrie was just really mad that he's just not getting the offer he wanted from the Brooklyn Nets, saying, "Oh, I want out, trade me now." And that's gonna if I'm the Nets, I say, unless like I heard somewhere saying, "Oh, maybe the Suns will offer up, Devin Booker." Okay, then in that case, yeah. Then yeah, if the Suns are stupid enough to do that, then yeah, trade Kyrie. But unless that happens, you hold on to Kyrie and then you take your chances in the offseason. Because right now, what I'm basically saying is, if I'm the Nets, I'm calling Kyrie Irving's bluff. Yeah, we haven't heard from Alex yet. Alex is always whatever it's about one of his teams, he can't shut up. When it's about one of our teams, he stays quiet. I wonder why. Go ahead, Alex.
What do you think a package deal with Matisse Thybulle, Shake Milton, and a draft pick for Kyrie?
No. I'm gonna give a shout out to have you guys ever heard of Joe Moran? He's the host of Pick a Side podcast. He's a really great fellow, does a great job with his podcast. He threw out a lot of great hypothetical Nets trades for Kyrie Irving. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna read them out one by one, and you guys say yes or no. All right.
All right.
Here's the Timberwolves trade: D'Angelo Russell and Naz Reid for Kyrie.
What?
I'll kind of say if you're a Timberwolves, throw in another first round pick and you got a deal. Throw in a first round pick or two and you got a deal.
Well, let me explain, Adam. That system wouldn't work for Kyrie, especially with that. It wouldn't work.
Oh yeah, because I remember because the Timberwolves have empty Edwards. My bad. Sorry, Michael, go ahead.
What's the next one?
All right, next one. Okay, this is the Mavericks one. Spencer Dinwiddie, Durant, Finney Smith, Jalen McGee for Kyrie Irving. I'm gonna say no to that one.
I would be a good fit because Luka could give him the ball and Kyrie could score. That'd be that should be real.
But if I on that, I just don't think that return's strong enough.
First of all, you Adam. Let's just be real. If Luka and Kyrie were a backcourt combination,
that would be sexy.
Okay, we gotta teach you on the word "sexy," my guy.
Michael, shut up.
I'm starting to think you're gay now. You calling two grown men sexy. I'm worried about you.
Michael, shut up.
You said sexy to Kyrie Irving. Oh,
Michael, one more word and you're going in the waiting room.
word.
Okay. All right, here's another one. Here's a Suns package. Chris Paul, Jay Crowder, future first of Kyrie Irving.
It won't work because Booker's a scorer and it wouldn't work.
I'm not sure I 100 do a deal, but it's close. It's close.
That system will not win. Next.
I'm speaking from a Nets. I'm not speaking from a Suns perspective, but from a Nets perspective, I think it's pretty close. And for the Lakers, Russell Westbrook, Thomas Bryant, Dan Schroeder, first round pick for Kyrie and Patty Mills. I'm saying no to that one.
You would add Ben Simmons to the deal, then maybe.
Well, honestly, I think I would honestly trade away Ben Simmons for free. That's another thing I think the Nets could do because one thing that we are not going to say is how is this going to impact Kevin Durant? Because it's a report that Kevin Durant did not know about the trade request, and he was just as shocked as the Nets were when he found out that he was stunned. And honestly, if I'm Kevin Durant, I'm honestly the next time I see Kyrie Irving, I may be tempted to just Will Smith the guy, because I'm like, first it was the vaccine BS. That was your thing with the movie that's considered to be anti-Semitic. Now you're out all this requested a trade and you're bailing on me now. Like when I'm hurt and we're finally starting to turn around, now you're bailing on me. If I'm Kevin Durant, I've had enough of this guy. I think the best case scenario is if you can get rid of Kyrie, you can get rid of unless you can find a way to make worth Kyrie, you like trade Kyrie, get whatever you can return, buy a team, take out Ben Simmons, and then you have both their money off the books, and then maybe next year you have a max spot to go out there and land a different max free agent.
But who would you get though, Adam? What big star wants from Brooklyn if they move from the Brooklyn?
I mean, now Kyrie's got with James Harden coming back.
KD will reject that offer.
I mean, let me check. Who is becoming a free agent this offseason? I mean, I know Russell Westbrook's becoming a free agent. Chris Middleton has a play option, but I don't know how well he would fit. Kristaps Porzingis, maybe. Fred VanVleet has a player option. I mean, D'Angelo Russell's becoming a free agent. Karis LeVert's becoming a free agent. Kyle Kuzma has a player option. What about the year after? What about the year after that? The year after that, LeBron James becomes free agent, but he has a player option. So maybe what the next strategy is like, hey, like, is they tell like Katie, like, hey, we may have to just mail in for next season, and see if after that we're gonna go all in what should be a big free agency class. Because in 2024, LeBron has a play option, Paul George has a play option, Kawhi Leonard has a play option, and maybe like Kevin Durant could go out there and recruit a second star to come play with them. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be let me say it's definitely a very, I would say, unenviable situation for the Brooklyn Nets. And my guys, again, it's like, can all my sports teams just be good at the same time? Because whenever like one of them starts doing good again, another one falters. The Devils and Giants start doing good again, and now the Nets are not looking good for them. Not looking good for them. So we'll have to see what the future holds for my boys in Brooklyn. But right now, just gotta keep your fingers crossed. Gotta keep your fingers. Do you have anyone else have any final thoughts on Kyrie Irving's trade request? I actually didn't really get many thoughts from you. Did you have any thoughts?
What are your thoughts on like if Kyrie gets moved? What do you think the Nets will get in return?
If he does get moved, unfortunately, the most realistic scenario I would think would be probably Westbrook and 2 first-rounders. Unfortunately, unfortunately, I'm not 100% sure I would make that deal, but in terms of realistic options, I think right now that's the most realistic because I think Kyrie wants to be in LA. He wants to join up with LeBron. He wants to join up with LeBron again. I think the Lakers are going to be one of the. I mean, we've heard the Suns are interested. We've heard the Timberwolves are be interested, but in terms of like, I think where Kyrie wants to go, I think the Lakers would be its top destination. But then again, if I'm the Nets, I'm not doing Kyrie any favors here. If NBA Siberia offers us the best option, which I think the Hornets would be extremely dumb if they did this, but the Hornets offered LaMelo Ball for Kyrie Irving, I do it in a heartbeat and send his ass to Charlotte. Mm-hmm. Let him rot. Because it's like Kyrie Irving, you grew up in New Jersey. You grew up a Brooklyn Nets fan. It was a dream come true as a match made in heaven, and this is how you're gonna treat the franchise that you grew up rooting for. Like you come back home, and this is what you do. You also kill not only Kevin Durant's chance, but you also kill your favorite team's chance of winning like an NBA title. It's just shameful. It's just shameful. What Kyrie Irving's I must go ahead and say this: Kyrie Irving's tenure in Brooklyn might be one of the most shameful, disappointing tenures like we've seen in like New York sports history. Pretty much everything aside from on the court, he's amazing. Off the court, whatever decision he could have made the wrong way, he made the wrong decision. Whatever he could have done wrong, he did wrong. All right. But guys, do you know what time it is?
I think time.
Yep. It's time right now. It's time right now for the hot take of the episode. So Alex went, he is eliminated. I went, I've locked up the 4 seed. Sam went, he's locked up he's locked up the he's locked up the 1 seed. Now like my only 2 people left before the hot take playoffs arrive, and that is our good friends Michael Cunningham and Marcellus Murdock. Now Marcellus says he's gonna be here, but he's running late. So I mean, I just checked up on him. We'll have to see if he makes it. But for now, it looks like the only person that can go is our very own Michael Cunningham. Michael, the floor is yours.
I need to hype me up like we're back in season 1.
All right. The segment of the show. Let me think of something. Let me think of something. The segment of the show that is like Jack Hughes wrist shots. Mike's hot take. Mike, can you take it away?
I'm gonna say that Luka Doncic is going to be the best player in the 2030 era.
In the 2020 era?
30 era. in 2030.
2030 era. Okay, I'll listen.
Here's why I believe that he will be the best player. Luka is like a second coming of Magic Johnson, Adam. He's the best passer. He can score 25 a game. He can give you 10 assists and 8 rebounds a game. He's a triple double. And I also believe that he's going to have 3 championships. How Dallas keeps getting better year and year, better after year after year after year. And I believe he's going to win at least 3 championships, Adam, in the next 2030 era. I think he probably wins 1 championship in this era because they get a great player they could build around with him. But I think Luka is probably the top 3 best player in the league, in my opinion. It's between Jokic, Embiid, Luka. I want to say this: Luka's going to win the MVP award this year, and then he's going to win a bunch in 2030. And shout out to Michael Jordan Day, 23-23. I'll let your boy. But I believe Luka is a beast player. He's going to be the best player in the 2030 era. I think it'll be his decade because LeBron had the 2010s, Kobe had 2000s, Jordan had the 90s, Magic and Bird had the 80s, Kareem had the 70s, Wilt and Bill Russell and Bob Cousy had the 60s, and the 50s was George Michael. I believe Luka will have the 2020s. This is Giannis' era. The 2030s will be Luka's era. That's in my opinion.
So you're saying 2030. So you're saying this era is gonna be Giannis's era, and 2030 is gonna be Luka's era.
100%.
Okay. Oh. Okay, is that all? Is your hot take done, or are you taking questions? You're done?
What's your question, Adam?
My question is like, why you're saying he's gonna be a GOAT of the 2030 era? Why not the 2020 era?
Because Giannis is the GOAT of this era.
Because they say Giannis is gonna be the GOAT of this era. So here's all right. So how old is Luka Doncic right now?
He's in his early 20s.
He's in his 20s. So hold on. He's 23 years. So right now he's 23. So right now he's 23 years old. So by 2030 he'll be he'll be 30 years old. So that's my question. Like, why? Like, cause he's young enough right now to where he can be the GOAT of the 2020 year. So why are you specifically saying like 20? Is Giannis not the same? Is Giannis not the same age as Luka? Or
a bunch.
Oh yeah, because wait, Giannis was 2015 draft and Luka was 2018 draft. My apologies, hold on. Because here's the thing, if I would honestly argue, Giannis is 28 years old, by the way. Giannis is 28 years old. So if I say that he's gonna be my one issue with your argument is you're specifically saying he's gonna be the goal of 2030, or by then he'll be 30 years old and he'll be in the back end of his prime. I feel like Luka has a better chance of becoming the GOAT for 2020s than 2030s, because by 2030s come around, like there's gonna be another player like coming up in one of these upcoming drafts who will be in his prime by then, and then that player will probably dominate that era.
Let me ask you a question.
Because by then Luka will be 30 and he'll be at the tail end of his prime, and you'll have someone else coming up. I'll ask you a question in a few seconds, Michael, but then someone else will probably will be dominating the league, and the 2030s will be there. If you had said Michael that Luka would be the GOAT of the 2020 era, I think is a valid hot take, but 2030, when he's 30 years old, I think that's a stretch. Sorry, go ahead, Michael.
Jordan came in the league in the 80s, right?
What?
Jordan came in the league in the 80s, right?
Yeah, he did.
Did Jordan was the GOAT of that era? No, he wasn't. It was Bird and Magic. Jordan started dominating the league.
when was Michael Jordan drafted?
85, 80, 1984, 80,
85. When was Luka Doncic drafted?
2018.
Yeah, 2018. So he's gonna be the GOAT of an era 12 years from now.
I believe so.
12 years into his NBA career, that's when he's gonna be on the GOAT of an era.
I think
that's a stretch.
I think he could still be. Think about it. Jordan was still the GOAT from the late early 90s.
All right. Hold on. In 1930, so you're saying Luka's gonna be 30 in 2030 when that era starts. In 1990, how old was Michael Jordan?
Well, you didn't answer my question though. Luka could still be a GOAT at 30, bro. LeBron's been a GOAT for like.
I'm sure he could be a great player, but will he be the best player in basketball?
Just watch. Trust me. Basketball's about.
Will he be the best player and will he be the best player in basketball throughout the entire? Because I think someone else could potentially be a younger player, could potentially be the GOAT of that era. If your hot take was Luka could be the GOAT of the 2020s, then I would agree. But 2030, I'm not sure I can give you that one.
Even though I'm the basketball expert and you don't watch basketball. Next, Adam, I'll take your approval seriously. Sam, where you at?
All right. Luke, by the way, I just looked it up. Michael Jordan was 26 when the 1990s began.
Right, his 30s. That's really right near 30, bro.
That's 4 years apart. Okay, that's I'm disapproving. That was a job. You said, oh, that's not that far. That's 4 years apart. Yeah, disapprove. Yeah, sorry, Michael.
You're just a hater.
All right, Sam, you get your verdict in.
I gave Adam real facts, and he's just a hater. Sam approved.
Wait, Sam approved?
Yeah. Alex, you approve or disapprove?
I approve.
Thank you. 2-1. Suck my dick, Adam.
Wait, Sam, did you really approve that?
Sam, approve it just to fuck with Alex. With Adam.
No. Let's Sam get his official approval. So Sam, you were hearing all this. Sam said that he's saying Michael's saying that Luka is gonna be the GOAT of the 2030 era. I just proved it because by then Luka will be 30, and I think at that point, I just think age will eventually catch up to him. I think someone else younger will be the GOAT of that era. If he had said, Sam, my point, if he had said that Luka could be the GOAT of the 2020s, I probably would have approved it. But that they say, but say he's gonna be the GOAT of 2030s, I can't give him that one. That's my reasoning. So Sam, what do you think? Agree? Disagree?
He fell asleep.
I swear, Sam fell asleep on us. You better not fall asleep on me. Oh my God. Well, this is awkward. Hold on, I'm gonna try calling. I'm gonna try calling him. It went to his answering machine. Oh my God. You know what this means, Michael? Since Sam couldn't officially get his vote, and you know what it means? Your hot take has been disapproved.
You can't make up rules. That's not fair.
It was all right. How's this? We'll wait to officially get Sam's verdict and then that will decide it.
A hot takes is not approved. All right. You're a little player hater because you in last place in hot take. That's why you're making up all these
I'm
rules.
in fourth place. Get it right.
Excuse me, you're not even in the club right now. You're not even in the club. You're a hater.
All right. All right, but guys, before we get to into the second half of the show, it's time to resume something we did last season, towards the end of last season, because you know what month it is, right, Michael?
Black History Month.
It's Black History Month, and last year Michael did a really great segment called Black History in Sports, and then I text him saying, "Hey, you want to continue that segment for season two Black History Month?" And he's like, "Sure." So you know what, Michael? It's time, the first episode of 2023 Black History in Sports. Michael Cunningham, take it away.
When you think of Jackie Robinson, Josh Gibbs, Sasco Page, what league do you think of?
What league were they in?
MLB.
They weren't in the MLB.
They were, but two of them were.
They were. They were, but I'm sorry, they were, but they didn't start out in the MLB.
The Negro League Baseball. Negro Baseball. I believe that the Negro Baseball League was more better and more competition than the MLB. You give me I believe as a Black American that the Negro Baseball League was way better than the MLB. You give me they were hustling and hustling. They could have been. Some of them were too old to come back to coach the league and dominate. Yes, that's probably the best pitcher in baseball, in my opinion. You guys know about him. You have Jackie Robinson, who changed the game of baseball, and Josh Gibson had more home runs collectively than Babe Ruth. He had 800 home runs out of him. 800.
Yeah, who had 800 home runs again?
He had 800.
Josh Gibson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't count home run status like that. But it was on research paper years ago that he had 800. Died of a brain tumor. And I'm saying the Negro League had some ball players. And I believe for Black History Month, we should salute those players that didn't get a chance in MLB because of the color of their skin. That's it.
All right. So I've made the argument. I remember doing a school project, and they talked about how those leagues were they were very flashy. That there was a lot of showboating. And I remember doing a project on that. It was very flashy. There was a lot of showboating, and that's something right now that modern baseball is lacking. Remember that whole thing when for Fernando Tatis Jr. when he hit a grand slam and everyone gave him shit for it. And because he's respect sport, you got I respect the game, and it's no, why shouldn't players Sky scores also? Why should players not be allowed to backflip? Why should players not be able to to celebrate hitting home runs or celebrate getting a big strikeout? Why not? And I feel that's the reason why baseball right now is currently struggling with African Americans. I believe what was it 7% of all the players in baseball, 7% of them are black. So I really think I feel embracing that type of showboating style that those leagues, that those leagues had. I really think that could really help, bring in, the African American audience and really help grow the game of baseball. Michael, great job with your first segment for Black History in Sports 2033. We salute you as always. Happy Black History Month, brother.
White boy. I was trying to sleep. Oh my God, Adam, you poor. We made two people fall asleep on the show.
Ox is just looking at us going, what the fuck?
He's watching porn right now.
Yo, Michael, this is gonna be one hell of a blooper montage. This is gonna be this one's going the blooper reel, isn't it, Michael?
fell asleep on the show. I was watching porn. What else is going to go wrong?
All right. Marcellus is set. Sam is masturbating in his sleep. Exactly.
Then where you at? I think we got to cut the show early tonight, Adam. We got.
We are gonna. Well, good news is we are like almost done on with the show. We're almost done with. So we just have two more stories we gotta cover. Well, guys, guess what? Guess who's retiring again?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is retiring again, and all right, I'm like he posted a very very emotional video like where he thanked his teammates. And he said that this time he's gonna be retiring for good. Now I'm gonna run off the poll here. Who here? Raise your hand right now if you think that this is very on Tom Brady's done for good. All right. Is that a show of hand, Michael? Are you agreeing? Okay. So me and Alex think he's done for good. Michael, you don't think he's done. Go ahead. I'm gonna give you the floor here.
Shame on you. What's that saying? Fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah. Fool me twice, shame on me.
On me. Exactly. I already heard this song before. I ain't buying it until he ain't in the league next season. It's like he's gonna Brett Favre himself again. Watch.
He's gonna Brett Favre himself.
Yeah.
He's gonna Brett Favre. So he's gonna retire. So what team is he gonna go to? What team is he gonna go to?
Probably going to go back to New England or to Las Vegas.
Okay. I think, and here's the thing, here's the thing. I think because remember what happened with his wife, him and Giselle, they got divorced, and then later on, apparently him and his wife recently saying, "Oh, we wish them all the best in his future endeavors," because apparently one of the things that they divorced was because of.
I'll be down.
Yo.
I was laughing on the show.
Yo.
What's up, Marcel? What's up, Lil M?
Hey.
Yo. What's up?
So right now we'll get to your Jets in a minute, but right now we just started talking about Tom Brady's retirement.
I think Marcel should.
Yeah, I'll chip in on that. I'm gonna say fuck Tom Brady.
Hey Adam, ask Marcel something.
But that's a GOAT. That's the GOAT. But
So here's the thing. So I feel like you have two energies, Tom Brady, Marcellus. It's A, fuck Tom Brady, but two, regardless, he's still the GOAT.
Yeah, even though I don't respect him, he's still one of the best to do it.
He's obviously the. Here's what I can say about Tom Brady, because I really feel like it just says something like Tom Brady's. I still support about Tom Brady. He's the greatest of all time, and it's not close. For example, I think that just speaks to his greatest. So, for example, Michael Jordan, with all due respect to Michael Jordan, him and LeBron, it's at least somewhat of a debate. There's at least, maybe not be a big fraction, but there's at least a small fraction of people that say, "Oh, take LeBron over Jordan." I don't agree, but there is a fraction of people that believe that. You ask anyone who knows football who's the greatest quarterback of all time, it's Tom Brady, and it's not close.
No, it's not close.
I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this argument, Michael. Uncle, you're gonna like this one. It's the argument I always use. Let's say there's a strip club for NFL quarterbacks. And then in said strip club, there's VIP access. Tom Brady goes to the VIP access for a strip club, and you tell every single other quarterback, You can't go into VIP unless you're close to Tom Brady. Nobody else is close. Nobody else is getting in.
What about Joe Montana?
With all due respect to Joe, he's not close. Like, it's not. You can't sit here and say, "Oh, Joe Montana's better than Tom Brady." It's not a debate. Like, it's not like Tom Brady's. He's the greatest of all time, and there's no debate. Say if there's
who is the greatest football player of all time?
Football player. That one's hard because it's different. For example, it's different for a sport like basketball where all players are like, like point guard, like for example, point guards and centers is like, even though they all play different positions, they're all comparable enough to where you can say, oh, it's a great players of all time list. Like with football, there's just so many different positions. Like, how do you compare like a quarterback to a defensive lineman, for example, or a wide receiver to a linebacker? You know, it's very hard to compare like two players who play very different positions and say, oh, who's better.
I think we could say Tom Brady is the greatest player of all time. Let's just keep it.
I'm not disagreeing with that. It's just my point, Michael, is that comparing players who play different positions in football is like really complicated.
Let's say it's on record. Offensive player of all time.
What?
Best player of all time. There's no question. It's Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, Lawrence Taylor is the greatest defensive player of all time, easily.
You know, my legs he broke. How much he was on?
Yeah. All right. Alex, quick thoughts on Tom Brady time, then we're gonna get to Marcellus' Jets.
Yeah. It's definitely going to be different without him in the league. And I'm very interested to see what he does maybe in the sports field, and if he joins like a sports studio like Fox or something like that. But I'm not sure where he's going to end up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I am gonna miss Tom Brady, like because I mean, even as a Giants fan, those two Super Bowls that he gave us, like Tom, I'll always treasure those. But even then, just again, like we're never gonna again great. You gotta enjoy greatness while it lasts. That's that big thing. Like you always gotta enjoy greatness while it lasts.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's time, Marcellus. Here's why we brought you on here. Because now because this also is of who's gonna be a Jets quarterback, who's gonna be a Jets quarterback in 2023, who's gonna be a Jets quarterback in 2023. Well, now, according to Aaron Schefter, it appears the Green Bay Packers are leaning towards trading Aaron Rodgers, and that apparently it's being reported that Joe Douglas is letting everyone know the Jets are reportedly going to go all out to try and make a trade for Aaron Rodgers happen. So I have my thoughts on this, but Marcellus and Michael, the two Jets fans here, I want to ask you guys, what do you think?
I don't want him.
Really?
I'm sorry, I don't want him. I don't want him because the price is going to cost us a first round pick, and there's obviously going to be some compensation involved too. But no disrespect to Aaron Rodgers, man. You know he's the GOAT. You know it's accurate, say a lot. You know, obviously we would. I'll keep it real. We would need a guy like this on this team because I mean, like you know, we see Garrett Wilson. We see the potential. Defense is great. I think this would be a perfect team for. No doubt in my mind, if we get Aaron Rodgers, we really have the chance to at least compete for the Super Bowl. I agree. But come on, the guy's what, 38, 39? What? He has like he has like 2 more years on his deal. I think the deal is like
3 more years. I
160
think he has
mil.
3 more years left on his deal.
3? I don't know,
Yeah.
something like that. But dude's 38, man. This dude talks about retiring almost every year. What if he just quits on us mid-season? You know what I mean? So I just don't like the fact that we have to give up a first round pick. I don't want to do that for him. No, I'll keep it real.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna just spoil it. I'm gonna take the other side, Marcellus. I think a trade for Aaron Rodgers makes all the sense in the world for a Jets, because you look at their talent. The Jets roster is ready to win now. Or what's the only thing they're missing? The only thing they're missing is a quarterback. Like, quarterback's literally the only thing right now. Quarterback's literally the only thing right now. Quarterback's the only thing right now the Jets are missing. And Aaron Rodgers, say whatever you want about him, like, kind of. I mean, I don't want to. Nah, it's a bad comparison, but he is a bit nicely. We all remember that his drama, all that drama with the vaccine stuff last year. Like, the guy is nicely, but
Right.
let's face it, talent wise, I'd argue he's still one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the game. Like, he's one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the game, and you look at the Jets roster, it's ready to win now. They have a bunch of. They have a Russ. They have a stout defense, and they've got weapons for Rodgers to throw to. So all they need is a quarterback, and you can go out there and get like one of the best quarterbacks. Well, because here's the thing, I would gladly give up a first round pick or two. Because really, what are you going to use those 2 first round picks for, Marcellus? The rest of the roster is pretty much set. So I don't think those first round picks are. I don't think those first round picks mean much when really the only thing you need right now is a quarterback. It is a hot take, Marcellus and Michael. You put Aaron Rodgers on the Jets, I think the Jets win the division next year.
1,000%. But you know what?
With the talent and they would have a chance to win a Super Bowl. Maybe not an amazing chance, but they
can
have a
get
chance
Derek
to
Carr
compete.
without giving up a pick, man. I just don't agree with the pick. What if the pick turns valuable? You don't know.
Does Derek Carr make the Jets Super Bowl contenders?
No, I think he's terrible.
Aaron Rodgers makes the Jets Super Bowl contenders.
Aaron Rodgers is no doubt. You gotta go with Aaron Rodgers, but I really want. You know what I want, man. I want Lamar.
I think they're both different, because I think I was having a conversation with a friend about this, and he would take either, but he prefers Lamar, and I think they're both different, because I think Lamar, if you just get Lamar or Derek Carr, they have a longer window, but they don't have the highest ceiling. I think with Aaron Rodgers, it's a short window, but I think their ceiling is Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like, could the Jets win? Could the Jets win a Super Bowl with Derek Carr or Lamar Jackson? Possibly, but we look at this loaded AFC. Patrick Mahomes isn't going anywhere. Josh Allen isn't going anywhere. Joe Burrow isn't going anywhere. Like, the Chiefs aren't going anywhere. The Bills aren't going anywhere. The Bengals aren't going anywhere. I really think right now, I really think right now with this roster and with Garrett Wilson and with Sauce Gardner on the rookie deals and making little to no money, you need to go out there right now and go all in. Go all in and get yourself Aaron Rodgers and buy yourself a 3 to 4 year window where you're going to be Super Bowl contenders. Because then it lines up perfectly. Like, let's say, after this deal explodes, Aaron Rodgers retires, then guess what? You use that money to pay Garrett Wilson, to pay Sauce Gardner, and then bam, you'll have your first round pick back. You draft your new quarterback then. I just think trading for Aaron Rodgers makes all the sense in the world. And if I'm Joe Douglas, if I'm making a list of quarterbacks for 2023 of who I want, I think Aaron Rodgers would be at the top of my list if I'm a Jets fan.
All right. What you think, Mike? I'll let you go.
Michael, what do you think?
I agree with Sam. I'd rather go with Lamar Jackson than anybody. Tom Brady would go to the Jets, Adam.
No, we're talking about Aaron Rodgers, not Tom Brady. We're talking about Aaron Rodgers.
No, Sam just left.
Yeah, he did leave. He fell asleep on us.
I believe if Aaron Rodgers would go to the Jets,
Go ahead, Michael.
not like him one bit
You wouldn't like it?
because he's too old.
He's getting up there in age, but he's still one of the best quarterbacks in football. Like last year, last year was a bad year, but he had the Packers on the door of making the playoffs with no receivers. Now you give him Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore to see what he can do. Because I make the argument, Michael, if you get the Jets, here's my argument, Michael. If the Jets get Aaron Rodgers, I think they win the division next year. I think they overtake the Bills. Go ahead, Michael.
I think so too.
Michael, go ahead. Did he leave? Damn, Michael's quiet. Oh my, where are we good? There we go.
Happened.
Go ahead, Michael.
Well, I said what I gotta say.
Oh, nothing. We were just debating about Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets.
It will be a terrible, terrible fit. The end.
All right, we disagree. So it looks like, Alex, Alex, I want to get your opinion on this. If you're a Jets, do you make the trade for Aaron Rodgers?
I would, but it would depend on who you would get rid of.
If you're not giving up anyone on the roster, anyone major on the roster, and it's just draft picks, I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like we have 2 for, 1 against, and I think Marcellus, you're kind of in the middle. Wait, Marcellus, are you a no, or are you in the middle?
I'm in the middle, but I mean we do need a quarterback, so I don't have a problem with Aaron Rodgers. It's just always the age, man.
Yeah.
Why do we always get these guys when they're broken down? Getting old.
Brett Favre 2.0.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say Brett Favre honestly was not bad during his first year of the Jets.
No,
Brett
he
Favre
wasn't.
honestly was bad. He just got hurt. The first couple of years, the Jets were like what? With the Jets were what? 14, 11-1? Oh, let me check. What were the Jets like during his 1 year?
Then we were 9-7. I remember that year. We went 9-7.
Oh, did you get? Yeah, you guys did.
Yeah, we went 9-7.
How many games did Brett Favre play that year?
Oh, did
Oh,
he
Brett
play
Favre
all
played
of
all 16 games. Yeah. So it looks like we have 2 for, 1 in the middle, and 1 against. But yeah, it's definitely gonna be very interesting. Whoever the Jets quarterback is, like quarterback is. I mean, whoever just quarterback, it's definitely gonna be very interesting. Whether it be Rodgers, Carr, Lamar. I mean, I mean, I mean, this is gonna be a very interesting offseason with both New York teams. Like the Giants, like what are they gonna do with Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley? How are they gonna adjust the receiver situation? And the Jets, how are they gonna adjust the quarterback situation? And Alex here, he's just hoping that his Eagles don't get cooked on Super Bowl Sunday. I love that little smirk from you, Alex. All right. All right, guys. You know what time it is? Time for our bets of the episode. So, my Mac's running low on battery. Damn, so we gotta hurry up here. Alex won his bet. Sam lost his bet. Did Marcellus? I think Marcellus. Marcellus, did you win your bet or did you lose it?
I don't remember.
I think you lost yours. I think you lost yours. Michael had his bet void. We were having this whole debate about that because just saying he nailed his first two legs, but then he has his last one was Luka Doncic's assist or more, and Luka got hurt, so we agreed to avoid that last part. So, Michael, are you just gonna take the first two legs, or you just wanna avoid that one and do two bets this episode? Michael Cunningham.
Initial question.
What?
I would have won. How much points would I got if I would have won that bet?
If you voiding that by voiding Luka Doncic, if you win this one, you add 0.32 points.
Hell no.
That's an easy no for you, isn't it?
Oh no.
So your previous bet is void, and you get two bets this time around.
Hallelujah.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna have two bets this time. I mean, I don't think. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't think the standings changed much. I don't think this really impacted the standings. So, Michael's in first place, Marcellus is in second, Sam's still in third, I'm still in fourth, and I'm still in last. So, all right. So I'm gonna go with I have this is something that I wanted to take last time, but then when we decide we're gonna do two, we're still gonna do our two episodes this week. This bet was what I wanted to do, but I wanted to do last week, but didn't happen. So here's my bet that I wanted to do last episode, but if I couldn't because I want to save it for this episode. You guys ready for my bet? I am looking at the NHL All-Star Game. And you know what I'm going to do? Alex, you know what I'm going to do?
What?
I'm going to take the Metropolitan Division to win the All-Star Game.
Interesting pick.
I mean, the Metropolitan Division is low. You got Jack Hughes, you got Adam Fox, you got Igor and you get Igor in that, and you got Eli Sorokin in that. I like the Metropolitan Division's chances.
Mm-hmm.
They also got Johnny Gaudreau. I mean, I like the Metro's chances. All right, so you're up next, Alex. Go ahead, give us your bet.
Okay. I'm doing a 3-game parlay for college basketball.
All right.
So I am doing St. Jose State money line over Wyoming.
So San Jose State over Wyoming, gotcha.
Maryland money line over Minnesota. And
Hold on for a
UCLA
second.
money line.
So what was that previous one again?
Maryland over Minnesota.
All right, Maryland over Minnesota, got it.
And last one is UCLA money line over Washington State.
All right. All right, Marcellus, go ahead.
I got my Knicks over Clippers money line.
That all?
Yeah, money
Okay.
line. Play tomorrow.
Knicks or Clippers money line. So, all right, who are the for Sam's bet? Who are the Bucks playing, and who are the Pelicans playing? Let's see here. Oh, Pelicans are playing the Lakers. Oh, okay, this is an easy one. We're doing for Sam. I'm putting down Pelicans and Bucks money line. I'm gonna dare Michael to go head to head with them.
On what?
Speaking of, all right, Michael, Mr. Ringleader, you're up.
Well, I gotta go ahead with Sam with.
Sam, I picked for Sam, and he's taking Pelicans over Lakers.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you're up.
I'm not taking that bet. First of all, you son of a bitch. I'm gonna go with LeBron giving me 20 points or more. He's gonna give me 20 points or more. LeBron is.
So LeBron James 20+ points.
I'm gonna go with Anthony Davis give me 20 points or more. You got that, bub?
Got that. You got one more.
I get two more bets. I got two bets.
Oh yeah. So you get another bet after this one. Go ahead.
Okay, for this bet, I'm also gonna go with it's Damian Lillard. So can we go with Dame Time one time? I'm gonna go with Dame Time to give me 20 points or more.
All right. So that's your first bet. What's your second bet?
Adam, who is my favorite college basketball team?
Duke.
What is the greatest college basketball rivalry of all time?
Duke UNC.
Going with Duke on the money line against UNC this Saturday, because I'll be watching that game on my couch. Let's go, Blue Devils. I know I got faith in you, baby. We are this is redemption. We will beat the shit out of UNC.
For Coach K.
Coach K. And I'll be eating at White Manor Burgers. Bringing my food home. Duke on the money line. Now, can you dig that? And I got another ticket to go with.
Go ahead.
Okay. Is Kyrie playing?
He's supposed to.
But I don't trust Kyrie. You can't win with Kyrie. I'm gonna go with Rudy Gobert. Give me 2 blocks or more.
That's an interesting one. I like it.
That's easy. That's light work for Rudy Gobert. And for another bet, I'm gonna go with Anthony Edwards. Give me 15 points or more.
All right. At the Edwards, 15+ points.
How much my ticket will be, Adam?
I'll have to do calculations later, but man, that's a sexy bet. Speaking of guys, software bets, that's all for this episode. Yo, guys, it's cold where I am. Why do you think I'm wearing like my sweatshirt like during this episode? Because it's cold.
It's cold as hell.
Go ahead, Michael.
Mother Nature.
We hate Mother Nature. What about you, Alex? How is it where you are?
It's 11 degrees.
I literally went outside to take out garbage, and I literally like in those like couple minutes where I was outside, I felt my fingers get numb. By the way, guys, we respect people's opinions. We always respect other people's opinions. If you're if you enjoy this type of weather, please quit listening to our podcast.
Please do. We do not support morons on the show. So that includes Tom Brady and Cameron Barkley.
There's a couple things we don't there's certain types of people that we don't want to listen to our podcast. You know, racists, homophobes, bigots, and people who enjoy cold weather.
Gap and you keep the size of Texas. You can't listen to our show. And if you look like a naked mole rat, then we're the same. Or if you have a SpongeBob gap in your tooth, you cannot watch this show.
Well, I mean, you can, but we can't stop you, but we don't approve of it, is what we're saying.
Business. We will have a halt. If you're Cameron or John Barani who looks like a naked mole rat, AK looks like a serial killer, looking like a Bundy crackhead, if you're Cameron who looks like a fucking SpongeBob SquarePants with a fucking big ass gap in your mouth that SpongeBob could have fixed until the last episode of SpongeBob, then we don't support you. Thank you very much. You got the both stuck in my dick. I said that. And that's a message from God to you.
Oh.
And if you're watching this show, fix your damn gap in your teeth. And by the way, tell your girlfriend to get some hair, motherfucker. Thank you.
All right. Oh yeah, one more thing. Did you guys see Derek Jeter get on the cover of MLB The Show 23? I'm getting it. I'm the Lux edition. I'm getting it. I haven't played MLB The Show in years. Once I saw a cover, I'm like, I'm getting it.
Adam, this is the first Derek Jeter video game he's been playing in since 2014.
Yes. I am so getting this.
Alex, text Cameron bitch for me. Can you do that?
Did you hear about this? Are you getting it?
I'm not sure.
All right. Marcellus, did you see it? Derek Jeter cover? You getting it?
Of course.
Yeah, I am so getting it. So I haven't played MLB The Show in years, but you know what? I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna get back into it just for Derek Jeter cover because that's how much we stand Derek Jeter on this podcast. All right, guys. Any final thoughts?
Fuck the Eagles.
Only a couple days away. We're almost done with season 2, guys. I'm emotional. It's been a hell of a ride. Alright, guys. That's it. Episode 142 of the Gay Gam Podcast. Yours truly, Aaron Grassani, Cunningham, Alex Rich, Marcellus, Murdock, and Sam Morell. Like you heard, be sure to leave a like and follow or subscribe to the podcast. For also want to join the conversation, you can comment on YouTube, reach out to social media. We feature, I have to say, the feature episode marathon. Those two energy just fancy. Imagine a world, believe in it, and dive in. See you next time, and until then, stay lit.